What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this POV review by Autobahn. My name is Max, and today we are taking a look at another viewer's car. This is Jos, his VW ARTEON R, which we don't get in the Netherlands, unfortunately, the R version. So I'm really happy that Jos decided to send us an email and asked if we wanted to drive his new car. Well, of course we do. This is actually one of the most handsome VWs of the last few years, I think. It is so good looking. They did an amazing job on that. So today we're going to find out if the rest is as good as that. So I'm going to show you around it, and then we'll take it for a drive towards the Autobahn for an Autobahn blast. So let's have a look at the spec, because we've got this lapis blue, which is like basically a VW performance blue, very cool color, with the double LED strip running across the front there. Very nice, aggressive front bumper for the R with some air intakes here and there. An R logo in the grille as well. And then we've got these wheels specific to the R, 20-inch, with behind that pretty good VW R brakes, actually. Quite a large disc as well, perforated as you can see, and we've got Pirelli P0 rubber around that. Suspension wise, it's 20 millimeters lower than a regular ARTEON, and it's got adaptive dampers, of course. Nice sort of brushed aluminium accents. I really like that in combination with the blue. We've got chrome in the grille as well. Bring back chrome, guys. We've got chrome there around the windows. Bring it back. I like it. I think it gives the car a nice sporty look without being too like serious and intimidating. We do have a little black spoiler there on the rear and a quad exhaust. Very handsome rear as well. I quite like it. Cool rear lights, LED. And then let's take a look at the engine. Clamshell body, as you can see, or clamshell front bonnet, which houses the 2-liter EA888 Evo 4 engine, 320 horsepower, 420 newton meters of torque. We don't have an engine cover. Jos said that apparently they didn't do that because it was a fire hazard or something like that. So yeah, that sounds good. But it's basically Golf R drivetrain. Apparently they did seriously consider putting a VR6 engine in here, but they decided not to do it. And instead they decided to do what they always do, which is put this engine in a car that they need to be quick. So yeah, unfortunately, I mean, it's not the most charismatic drivetrain, of course, but it does its job pretty well. Jos has this car as his daily, and he said that he averages like 7 to 8 liters per 100 kilometers. And you know, it's a fast, comfortable, big, practical daily. So yeah, I do get that. But this car would have been amazing with a VR6. So started up, we've got a proper gear lever. So this is based on the older MQB platform, which means that you still have a mechanical link between the gear lever and the gearbox. So this actually still does something, which is cool, not like in the new Golf R. And you've got the climate down here. Everything is touch on the dash, on the steering wheel. You've got these haptic feedback buttons, which you are going to hit by mistake, but that's okay. It works okay. It's just a bit annoying. And well, we've got some physical buttons down here, which is great. So let's head out and have a drive. I do have to say, we have a head-up display, but it's one of those like little screens that they used to use on cars back in the day, like 13 years ago, on much cheaper cars than this. So that's, I don't really like that. I think they should have gone for a proper head-up display and not this one from a Renault Megane from 2008. So manual, traction control off. We've got 4-wheel drive, of course, and it actually sends quite a bit of power to the rear, which is nice. So you can play around with it a little bit, especially when it's wet. But most of the time it just puts the power down. As I said, it's not the most charismatic engine, but you do get I would say a nice bit of intake sound in here. It's not too much, it's not over the top, just like the exhaust. No like crazy pops or anything. It's just pretty straightforward, pretty grown up, I would say. It also feels like a more grown up version of a VW Golf R, which I like. I think this is a bit more down to earth, a bit less, yeah, you know what I mean. It's just a bit more grown up, and that's a good thing. I like that. It's a bit slower, of course, because it does weigh like 1790 kilos. Also available as a shooting brake, by the way, which looks absolutely awesome. So handling wise, yeah, it does what you expect to do. There's not a lot of feedback from the steering wheel, but it goes around the corner the way you expect it to go. So especially if you have it in second gear and you just floor it. Oh, need a bit more speed than that. But it will actually go sideways. I've got a little clip here for you guys. It will go properly sideways, which I wasn't really expecting. I just floored it and thought like, okay, here we go. But yeah, it actually works really well. It's nice to feel that they actually send quite a bit of power to the rear there. All right, so launch control, foot on the brake, full throttle, a little bit of wheel spin, and then we did a 5-second 0 to 100. Factory claim is 4.9. It will definitely do that in the dry. But before we hit the Autobahn, let me show you petrol vibes. These things, you've seen them before on our channel. We absolutely love them. We've got them here in the workshop. We've got them in the sim room upstairs as well. This is the Ford GT. As you can see, we have it against this wooden wall now, so you have a different effect compared to the wall upstairs. But these things are amazing. The design is great. They are laser cut from steel, and you can have a custom design of your own car as well, which is mega. They also now have different versions available. So they have a neon one, which is backlit, it looks super cool. They have a standing one, which is a bit smaller for your desk or something like that. They also have a frame with different angles, and for some cars they also have a front or rear angle or a top angle available. But go check out petrolvibes.com for all the different versions. Again, you can make one of your own car as well. Just send in a pic and they will make a design of your specific car with your accessories. Looks super cool. And use code AUTOTOPNL10 for a 10% discount. Enjoy the video. So let's hit the Autobahn and see what it feels like, because of course it is pretty much an Autobahn car. It's a big VW, it's a family car, but fast, and with the option to raise the top speed to 270 kilometers an hour, which means you will do 280 on the speedo. This car does not have that, so it's limited at 250, but it actually allows you to do 258 GPS, so that's 267 on the speedo. Pretty good actually, quite like that. You get a bit of extra there, which is nice. 100 to 200, we did a 13.85. Which, you know, it's 320 horsepower in a 1800 kilo car, so I think that's to be expected. VW battle on our hands here. 262, 3. Is he going to move? He is. Nice. The V in VW stands for victory today, because we just beat that Passat. But it is, I have to say, for a big car with a 4-cylinder, this is pretty good. It's comfortable, it's quiet. It has no trouble doing this. I like it. Of course, it's not the most exciting car, but it does what it needs to do. .267, that's the top speed. Brakes feel really good as well. Great bite initially on the pedal, and then actually very good performance. Yeah, Nice brakes. It's not a bad car, not by any means. It's actually quite a good car, but it suffers from the same problem all these quick VWs suffer from. It never really scratches the surface of anything that's remotely fun. It's very effective. It's a bit clinical, but good nonetheless. The only issue I have with this drivetrain in general, and the gearbox in particular, is that it doesn't really feel like they're improving it by, well, any margin. It feels exactly the same as it did 8 years ago. And if you look at the competition, almost all of them are using the ZF8 speed, and that gearbox is just getting better and better basically every couple of years. So yeah, I think VW is lagging a bit behind in that respect. I don't think they're still putting money into this. I think that's the issue. They're just focusing on different things. But there you have it. ARTEON R review. Quite a good car actually. Thanks Jos for submitting it to our viewers' cars. And I hope you enjoyed watching your car on our channel. To you guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. You can subscribe by clicking the big button in the middle. You can also check out this video on the right or this playlist on the left. See you at the next one. Bye.